Bashir. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I think I don't want the situation whereby we'll be progressing and at the same time retrogressing. Mr. Speaker, here we are in a parliament which in my 7 years in this parliament, I have been a member of various security committees, from Army, Defense, Air Force, Navy, Immigration, Prisons, and Civil Defense. No, various. Mr. Speaker, year after year, whenever those security apparatus come for the budget defense, they always tell us that they are underfunded. They lack the financial resources to carry their activities. Mr. Speaker, here we are in a chamber which just last 4 weeks, we deliberated on issues with regard to insecurity in Nigeria. And we all agreed that Nigeria is under-policed because we have only less than 300,000 police policing over 180 million Nigerians. Mr. Speaker, the story is the same when you go to Army, the same when you go to Navy, the same when you go to Air Force, and when you go to prisons, it's the same story. Mr. Speaker, as a member of Army Committee, whenever we go out for oversight, I always sympathize with the condition of the military when you go to their barracks. Mr. Speaker, 2 years ago, when we came back from an oversight, we went to Bauchi. We brought a message to you. The barrack commandant in Shadawanka or what, I have forgotten the name of the barrack in Bauchi, that they are asking only for borehole as a source of water, for drinking water for them and their family. Mr. Speaker, when you go out today, all the military checkpoints, all the police checkpoints, you find out all the security manning those checkpoints are not fully kitted. Right from the boot to the raincoat, to the rain boot and others. When you go to communication, gadgets in our security institution is the same story. Mr. Speaker, we don't need to deceive ourselves. Security institutions are underfunded in Nigeria. And when the existing ones are underfunded, why are we trying to bring a new one? Mr. Speaker, the issue of finance is critical. A situation whereby we cannot even fund the existing one, why are we bringing a new one? Mr. Speaker, today, globally, everywhere, Peace Corps is considered as a volunteerism. Yes, you can volunteer to maintain peace and order in your community. I don't know why in Nigeria today we just feel like because we don't have sufficient police, we don't have sufficient army. Is it their fault? It is because there's no sufficient appropriation for them to recruit again. I am sure if the money is given to Nigerian army today, if the money is given to police today, they can recruit up to 1 million Nigerians. And there are over 1 million Nigerians waiting outside there to be enrolled as police or army in Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, just last year, when the police advertised that they are to recruit 10,000 Nigerians, over 300,000 Nigerians applied. So if to say there is money allocated to Nigerian police to recruit 300 Nigerians, that is to say, we will put 300,000 Nigerians. That is to say the issue of under-policing will be a story of the past. Mr. Speaker, the issue of insecurity is also very paramount and important. Today, we are asking for Peace Corps. Tomorrow, it can be Boys Brigade. Next tomorrow, Nigerian Scout or Boy Scout of Nigeria. Next tomorrow, if I decide, I will come and say that Vigilant Group of Nigeria or Jama'at Nasr Islam or any other religious body can wake up and say that we want to be registered as a security outfit because we lack security, the number of securities in Nigeria is not sufficient enough. Mr. Speaker, the case of civilian JTF, is it that there must be a role in Peace Corps? They are working hand in hand with Nigerian Army and other security outfits. What stopped the government to make sufficient allocation for recruitment of those civilian JTF, those who are qualified to become Army, Air Force, Navy, Police, or Civil Defense? Mr. Speaker, even the existing ones, we cannot fund them. Where are we bringing new burden to ourselves? And the issue of insecurity, Mr. Speaker, this is an institution which has been existing for over 7-8 years run by an individual. He has his people. He has his people. He has been having a running battle with Nigerian police. And now we say that president should assent and they will become government workers. And from there, we don't know how they emerge. Not to say we are creating a new insecurity for ourselves. We are creating a monster for ourselves. So in view of that, I must thank Mr. President for his foresight for not assenting to this bill. That is my take, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.